Hi there, this is Bonnie from Bonjournals, and today I'm going to show you through this beautiful journal named Ramble. It's very much a country diary style garden field notes type journal, and it's listed in my Etsy shop. Remember that the name is Ramble, and my Etsy shop is Bonjournals. I'll have that detail in the comments below. So let's start with the outside. It has a beautiful padded cotton cover, and on the spine a lace cover band there, and a little medallion with a bird in it and a crystal of green, and it's tied with a variegated green and yellow ribbon, which is sari silk and hand dyed. On the front cover we have a little gauze pocket here which contains a couple of items, a little notebook which you can take away with you, and this little pocket with a card in it which can be used for journaling. And it's actually pages from a Edith Holden country diary book. On the top here there's a little fabric cluster with a chiffon flower, a pin with some nice beads, and it's held in place by a bead as well, and it's sort of made to look like a flower with lace and fabric. There's a little row of daisies down the side of the front cover, and on the back it's playing with the daisies on there as well. Okay, let's have a look inside. Now the front cover has been made to form little pockets here, and you can actually completely take that cover off. Underneath it, see if I can do this easily, underneath it is some vintage quilt, and it's lined with the green fabric. So that's an easy thing to do if you don't want to have that cover on it, and you can just use the plain quilt one, and it all goes back together very neatly. So you can take it off and on as many times as you like. Inside that front pocket I've popped this little folder which contains a pocket with some paper inside there. You can add more to that, whatever you like. And so it's just to keep some extra notes perhaps in the front of the book where you can find them easily, or also just temporarily store anything that you pick up as you're going on your rambles, like a feather or a leaf or anything you see, a flower that you'd like to press. And speaking of flowers, this is beautiful floral printed page, and that's actually on rag paper, very old paper, beautiful feel to it, like velvet. Now you'll notice that there's a lot of the pages that are left blank. Here you can place your own items in here. It's designed as a collector journal, and there are lots of pockets all the way through that you can put things in, or you could use those blank pages to make collages, decorate, or write notes in, your choice. A lot of the pages in this journal I've used from a botanical textbook which has got beautiful paintings and drawings of various wildflowers that you might find on your walks. And here's a pocket with a washi tape piece across with some flowers on, and an envelope inside that's lined at the top, so it gives you a nice look when you open it, so you can use that to keep things in. This page is the lead of a pianola roll. You might recognise those if you have ever seen or used a pianola, play a piano. And it's still got the original string attached to it. It was too long to put the whole thing there, so I've cut it off so that it fits to the size of the pages. Now, this is, you can see some of the print from the botanical book. There were various divisions in it, so I've used some of those as pages in here. A little pocket here with some tags in, and you can use those to attach to gifts or to do some writing on some notes or a little drawing of your own. So it's actually a beautiful book that this came from, beautiful illustrations of all the different sections and these beautifully textured the logo, initials for the different sections. Here I've used a page from an old farmer's journal. It hadn't been used, and so it's got a whole lot of columns where the farmer would keep information about his stock. And a paper cluster here with various pieces, an old book page with poetry and some handmade paper, a print of a postcard and some little bits tied together with a cord. And on this side I've put a couple of pieces in here, a tag, a piece of handmade paper and a nice printed piece. Now here's another Edith Holden pocket with a card for journaling in it, and that fits neatly into a pocket there. Here's the other side of that pianola roll that we had the tag end of. So some plain pages, again for you to write in, attach things to, collage on, whatever takes your fancy. A pocket here with some handmade paper and a little card. Now I've mentioned that this is listed in my Etsy page, but I've actually added more things to it since I took the photos to go in that listing. So if you see some things that you don't see in the listing, they're actually in the journal, but they just didn't get into the photos that I took before. So there's a beautiful letter L there. And just some pieces of paper here, a little card inside a pocket packet. This is some printed William Morris style paper, really pretty. And here's some more William Morris style, and that's a pocket that you can put things into, and it's hinged on the page, so you can use it there. You could actually turn it into that side if you wished, but convenient for gathering things, putting them in. This is another piece of that lovely rag paper, and here's, it's a letter C, the Cypress family. So here we've got to the middle of the second signature. There are actually 6 signatures in this journal, and they're all tied with a bow in the middle. It's not going to come undone, but if you really want to get it open and do something, change the signatures around, you can work at it and undo the knots there. here's a frame that's just a sticker that's been put on there, so you can, if you find something that's really spectacular that you want to put in a frame, you can pop it in there. So there's just, you can see a light patterning from the illustrations from the book, which leaves you a lot of room. You could actually write all over that or put other things there, add to it, do collages, anything you wish to do. There's another pocket's been made here, and it's got another pocket in it with some Edith Holden paper there. That's that beautiful poppy print from her book. And some others, there's stitched, and there's a transparent pocket on the front there that you can put things into. So that's the end of the second signature. Now this is that lovely rag paper that's been printed on with some collaged print of text and flowers. Blank on the back for you to play with. Now this is just a little flap to make a spot, and I've popped in just to illustrate the purpose of it. There's this little envelope that's been made with an Edith Holden illustration, has a pocket here and has a pocket here, so you can put things in either way. But that flap on the side of the page simply holds that piece in place when the book's closed. So when the book's closed, that is not going to slip out because it's held in by that. So a little bit of music, Theme for a Dream, some more pretty printed paper. And here's, this page is actually a piece of lace that's been sewn in. You can use that then to pin things too, just with safety pins or clips. And you know, it's easier then, you can pin things all over it rather than trying to get things into the middle of a page. So if you have, for example, a little collection of leaves and you'd like to pin them on there. So this is another page from Edith Holden, July. And this is the middle of signature number 3. And the rest of that lovely lace page. Here's another one of these little flaps that will hold something in behind it. And I've just put a little pocket with a card sitting in there. When the journal is closed and you're carrying it around, that won't come out because it's held in by that flap. This page has some nice washi tape features, and in the top corner here I've placed a little, don't know what that is, a little dangle sort of thing made with wire and little blue beads. So it's just attached in there. You can make it hang out if you wish or put it in. I've kept it placed in because I don't want things hanging out that are going to get damaged before the journal gets to you. So there's the other end of that nice rag paper that's printed with the text and the roses. And now we're on to signature number 5. And a lovely big letter A for the Amaryllis family. Some more pretty printed paper. And some more of that nice rag paper that hasn't been used on either side. You can see the age to it that I got it from a book that had paintings, old masters' paintings in, and they were actually just attached to the pages rather than being printed on them. And so I wanted the paintings for another purpose, so that left me with all these beautiful big pages from the rag paper. So this is a lovely letter X here for a Xanthorrhea, the grass tree. Printed page with a butterfly. A nice pocket decorated with the last bit of that pianola roll that I couldn't fit on, I had to cut off. So that I've used that for decoration there, and just a piece of handmade paper in behind there. Then there's a piece of road map, and here are the Xanthorrheas, the grass trees that lead page was for. And some more of the road map. Some more of the pianola roll cover and another Edith Holden pocket here. So you can see on the back there's more of the beautiful writing that the printing that she has in her books. Just a couple of stickers on the page there. It's printed with some old writing on the other side. Some more of the nice rag paper. Printed page. Clear page that you can use to write on or draw on. And now we're up to the sixth signature, and some more of the rag paper that's been printed on one side. And here I've made a belly band from a collage of fabrics. So it's like a little snippet piece that's been attached there, and you can pop things in behind that. For example, any of the cards and folders that come with it. So it's quite a big journal. It's about 200 pages and 6 signatures, as I've said. So there's plenty of room for you to add more things to it. There's another one. It's a big, lovely big letter A. And here's another piece of the snippet roll. And in behind, a little envelope or pocket that's been made from fabric on the outside and then lined with paper. And a little frill and a piece of ribbon along the front. That just fits in there. You can pop things inside it and hold it securely in place there. Part of a doily with beautiful tatting on the edges. If any of you have ever done tatting, you'll know how long that would have taken to make. It's one of the slowest things you can do. Music. Bit of a diary page. And some more nice pages for you to use. The rag paper, you can see how when it's torn, it has that beautiful furry edge. It's beautiful paper to work with. Oh no, here we are, last signature. Here is a belly band made with another bit of snippet roll. Some more William Morris print. A lovely piece of lace from an old tablecloth. It's just been put there, attached in. So it's actually sewn, the fabric part of it is sewn in there, so you get 2 sides of the lace there. Some beautiful printed Japanese paper and a nice journaling tag there with a dragonfly made from a gilded stick, a bead and some pieces of pearly kind of stuff. Some more roadmap and another page from an Edith Holden book, this time with butterflies. That's from the month of July. The letter D, which is for something from the bracken family. So it's the bracken fern. And another little pocket here with a transparent pocket tag with mushrooms on and a piece of fabric. Now, and this little one is, it just pops up, just got a tuck to keep it closed. Just have to try and delicately undo it. I know you can. I made it. And when it opens, it's got another little pocket inside to put things. So it is actually easy enough to undo, but it's just you get fumble fingers when you're doing this. Okay. Last few pages. There's the remainder of that beautiful lace. The William Morris. A plain page for you. And the last page of the botanical book. And in the back cover there are a few things here. A little, got that right, another little folder that has a pocket inside it, and that's got tied up with a silk ribbon, and it just twists around on that little wheel there. And the other item here is another, it's actually a pocket, a clear pocket with a piece of fabric along the top that you can store things inside. So they just fit in, and remember that that entire fabric cover is removable, and there's a quilted cover underneath it. So there you go. At the bottom there's also, you can see hanging out here, the bookmark, which we would have passed somewhere along the way. You can put it into whatever position you need it to be in, and it has 2 crystals and a little gold bead tied in there. So there she is, 200 pages of goodness, 6 signatures, and lots of interesting things for you to see, and lots of interesting things for you to work with to make her even better. In my Etsy shop, Bonjournals, you'll find this one, and her name is Ramble. Thanks for watching.